back to Arsen Girl Plays. I'm back in Club Roblox and I am doing a build. Yes, you heard me right. I am actually going to transform our new little family cottage into a house perfect for me and my 3 children. So without further ado, let's go in and start building. Okay guys, so the first thing I'm going to do is clean everything out of the house that I don't want to use, and of course that includes the yard. I'm just going to get rid of it and start building. So I'm going to take this raised family room area and I'm going to turn it into a bedroom and bathroom for me. I know there's already a bathroom on this floor, but I have completely wiped it out. I'm not even going to use it. So what I decided to do was kind of build the bathroom at the front of the bedroom so that people could use it if they're visiting or whatever without actually having to kind of come into my full bedroom area. I also added a bathroom up at the top of the landing upstairs. You'll see all of this more in the tour, but this took about 5 hours to record. So I'm speeding it up so that you guys can see me do the process. And if you have any questions, just ask me in the comments section. I didn't want to make you guys sit through 5 hours of video. So yeah, so that's where we're at. And here I am. I've decided that entry area is going to be my kitchen. It's the perfect size for a nice big kitchen. And I wanted to use the new table that we got, and so I was trying to figure out exactly how to work it into a more traditional kitchen area. And so you can see, like, I use shelves to kind of make it into like a cabinet, but then there's all this wasted space under the staircase. So I'm like, I really need somewhere to put my refrigerator and another bathroom so that maybe I can keep guests out of my bedroom, but you know, if not, because my bedroom bathroom is going to be the only full bathroom in the house, meaning it has somewhere to bathe, somewhere to go to the bathroom, and somewhere to wash your hands, brush teeth. The other bathrooms that I'm putting in, like this one underneath the staircase, are what we call half baths because they literally just have a sink and a toilet. Now, I did put a little baby bathtub in here so that the babies had somewhere to get bathed, and I'm only using a shower in my bedroom, so a bathtub is always handy for babies. Now, building under these stairs was not easy. It took a lot of trial and error. Probably the biggest part of my whole build and the longest time was spent trying to make this understair area look like it was supposed to be there and not like Saturday Handyman did it. So yeah, so I spent a lot of time, a lot of trial and error. I kept going up the stairs to see what was popping through the stairs because I don't have any controls to change the heights of things. So I had to work with what we have. In the end, I think it was worth all of the trouble because the bathroom ended up coming out really cute, which you guys will see here in just a minute. It also ended up being a perfect place for me to tuck away the refrigerator, make sure that we had everything we needed for our big kitchen. Because, I mean, it's a family of 4. I've got 3 kids. I need to have plenty of place to feed them, for them to grab food. I can't have like a cramped little kitchen, but I also didn't want to give up space because this is not a big house. This is a big yard with a moderately small house attached to it. So I wanted to make sure that the house had everything I needed, and that included plenty of storage, plenty of food, plenty of counter space for cooking because, you know, my kids and I were going to sit around and bake cakes and do all kinds of cookie making, things like that in the kitchen. And then, you know, just to kind of make it feel a little bit more realistic, I put in as many accessories as I could. And here you can see I'm putting in the doors to the areas that I have built. That's the upstairs bathroom. I know things are going really fast, but I promise at the end of this I will have a slow walkthrough so you guys can really kind of see what I did. And again, if you have any questions, just ask them in the comment section. I will try to answer them for you. Now, what I'm doing right here is making a lounge area. I wanted to make it big and comfortable so we could entertain because, you know, I love to entertain. But I also wanted plenty of places for the babies to be and the kids to have their friends over and be able to watch TV and hang out. So that's what I did. And now this area right here, that is our schoolroom because, you know, it's COVID time. So we need to be able to homeschool, and I wanted it to be fun, and I wanted it to be playful and colorful and somewhere the kids want to be. So that is what ended up in the old bathroom. I turned that into like a schoolroom. Thankfully, we got all that great school stuff in a recent update, and so it was perfect. Then I also used these paintings. I love the design of this painting, so I was really excited to be able to use it in the house. It brought in the right tones to go with the color that I was going for. By the way, the whole color scheme in this house was designed with the idea that spring is just around the corner, and I wanted some brightness, and I wanted it to be cheerful, and so I went with that green and the bright colors. And then, of course, you know, here I'm just kind of doing some little touches, adding the chandelier back, adding a light for the dining area, which I know I put the dining area across the room, and I kind of thought about that and like how that would work. And I think it ended up being okay. It's a big enough area that we can, like I said, entertain, and we can sit as a family and eat dinner, which is really nice. And then, of course, I went Hollywood glam on my bedroom. I wanted to use the Hollywood stuff that we got recently, and of course it's all just totally my aesthetic. So I went with my favorite flamingo pink color, because I know you guys have seen that in many of my builds, but I just love this color as much as I love flamingos. So I was setting up this bedroom. I wanted it to be a workplace area and a relaxing area, and I think it came up. And by the way, I would really love those letters that spell out Arsen Girl in real life, so I can put them on my wall in my office because they are so cute. So yeah, thank you BES for making me want something in real life as much as I want it in game. I'm just doing some finishing touches here, just kind of adding some accessories, kind of playing around with colors and items. I really want to make it a place where the kids want to spend time. I also gave the kids a mini kitchen to go along with the big kitchen because, you know, I want to encourage their creativity. I also made sure to include stuff that we needed for the pets because we're going to have plenty of pets running around the house as well. I wanted each of the kids to have their own like little area where they could hang out and feel at home. I did put the girls together, so Help and Skylar are in the same bedroom, and then Help 2 has his own bedroom so that they could have their own spaces. So that's kind of what I went with here. The girls, of course, are really pink and girly. I tend to use the same kind of colors and stuff because I go for things I like. So I hope you guys like it too. I'm sorry if you're tired of seeing pink girly bedrooms, but I just love them. I did do a blue bedroom for Skylar once upon a time, one of my older speed builds, so I mean it's not all the time. I do have to say I love all the new things that we've been getting for the babies and the kids. It makes the rooms feel more real and more like filled out with stuff that real kids would be doing. I'm always telling a story in my head when I'm doing a build. So I'm always thinking, okay, so Help 2 left all his toys out in the middle of his room and blah, blah, blah. So that's why you see a lot of that kind of clutter. Now I've moved out to the backyard. So what I'm doing here is I'm using these rocks to make a patio instead of using the wood decking. I love these rocks. Ever since we got them, they make the best patios. They go together perfectly. They look kind of rough, but they're perfect for exterior areas. And I just like the whole aesthetic. It might be because when I grew up with my family, we had a back patio that was made out of stone. It was kind of layered and it was very pretty. And I always really loved that. So I think this kind of gives me that memory of when I was little. And, I kind of carry that along with me. And then here I have decided this is going to be not a lake, not a river, whatever it's supposed to be. I've turned it into my own personal gigantic pool, put diving boards in, put lounging areas in. Of course, I had to put flamingo floats in, and I did them kind of haphazardly to look like they came out of where the water wheel is, and then they kind of got tossed and turned and flipped on their side. I also wanted to make sure I had plenty of room for exterior sports for the kids, and I just think this came out so cute. I'm really happy with the whole way this house turned out. The yard is lovely. There's plenty of areas for the kids to play, to get their energy out. We don't have to be inside all the time because, spring's coming, followed by summer. We're going to want to be outside. We're going to want to do water things. We're going to want to play, throw balls, all of that kind of stuff. So that's really what I was aiming for, and I'm pleased. I think this might be one of my favorite house builds that I've ever done, and this is definitely going to be the family house that I use for us for some time to come. The whole aesthetic of the build of the house, the interior, the exterior, the whole thing just ticks all my boxes and makes me really happy. I hope you enjoyed this speed build as much as I enjoyed making it for you. I'm going to show you the finished results here, talk a little bit more about what I did, and here we go. All right, I'm all done with this speed build. It's time to go inside and take a tour. I'm going to explain to you guys kind of what I did. So if you watched all the speed build, some of it might be repetitive. If you didn't watch the speed build, you could just enjoy this part and get the lowdown. So here we go. Okay, so with this build, I wanted to completely transform the layout of this house and make it work for me and the kids so that we all could live here very, very comfortably, have enough bedrooms, things like that. So keep that in mind as we tour the house. Okay, so when you walk in directly to the kitchen, I took this little entry area, converted it into a very nicely appointed kitchen, has plenty of storage. I built this whole wall thing under the stairs here, and we'll talk about that more in a minute. But I used the structure folder so that I could use the various wall shapes and just tried to make it look like it was supposed to be there. And it kind of finished off this kitchen, gave me a place to have the refrigerator, and so you walk in. This is not an eat-in kitchen, which is very different for me when I typically build. I do eat-in kitchens because I love them, but I did put a giant island in here so that you could still have plenty of extra storage and counter space. And I used the new table we got in the update, which is so cute, and it works perfectly with this shelf unit, actually 2 of the shelf units, to become like open storage in the kitchen. Then I did go with a really bright color because spring's just around the corner and I was feeling very much like we needed light and sunshine and happiness. So that's the color scheme I picked in the house. Will play that out. I also gave the kids their own little mini version of the kitchen. You'll see that throughout the build today. Me wanting to kind of give the kids their own little part of the house and kind of mimic what we have. So anyway, back here to this build, I did this whole wall here. So before it was just open stairway. Ignore this because there was no way around it. But what I did is I used the fake walls, built this whole wall here under the stairs, became a bathroom, kind of a half bathroom. You can wash your hands, go to the potty. The kids, the babies, can get bathed in the new little bathtub that we have, and it gave me an extra bathroom this house was lacking. This house was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. It is now, in my build, it is now a 3-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 1 full bath, 2 half baths house. Say that. That was a lot of mouth. That was a lot of words. Okay, but then I had this whole wall where I could put the fireplace and the TV, and then we have this sitting area over here, and I put down a little beanbag for the kids. We have our pets taken care of, and I left the pet bed yellow because it was right under the artwork. And these are, if you're wondering where these are not in artwork or whatever paintings. They are actually the signs. They are photo signs. So that is a texture that we are given in the game, so you don't have to do anything special except hang those pictures. Okay, so then over here, this was the bathroom. And I thought it would make a perfect little homeschool room. So I made this very cozy homeschool room, but it has everything you need, including lots of colors and stimulation for the kids while they're working and making me more art to go on the wall. So anyway, there is that. And then, oh, and I did put out a bookshelf because you guys know lots and lots of books. Books are my favorite thing. So I like to read. So always have to include books. And then I decided over here would make like the perfect little eating nook. So I used one of my favorite tables. It's like a diner table, but it is really one of my favorites. And for families with kids, what a great way to have multiple kinds of seating and still be fun and playful. So that's that. And then I have a little area over here for the kitty. Now, you remember, this was kind of the lounge area. This is now my bedroom. So get ready. I went for Hollywood glam, and I think I pulled it off. But first, I built in a full bathroom here. So, oops, I forgot to put a mirror on the wall. But this is a full bathroom. This is my bathroom, but I do share with the kids because otherwise they won't get clean. No full bathtub in this house. I didn't have enough room for it, but there is a shower and 2 baby baths. So everybody will have a chance to get clean for sure. And this is my room. Oh, it is so Hollywood glam. I absolutely love it. I went with my favorite color, which is kind of like a flamingo pink, and white, because I always like to play things off of colors, and white is a great base color to go with almost anything. I put my desk area here so I can still work from home, and I can close this door and have a little bit of privacy so that it's quiet. And yeah, so I've got a double monitor set up here. I use that TV as a second monitor. And then I used a lot of the stuff from the Hollywood pack, which is just perfect for me because I love this stuff. So yeah, so there you go. Arsen girls on the wall. So I never forget who I am, of course. And I even used the red carpet here because it totally went with the Hollywood glam. And I love it. This is probably my favorite Club Roblox bedroom I've ever made. And that includes the one in the underwater house. I like this one even better. Okay, so then up here became the babies area. Now, I did not get really creative with the wall coverings because they're really weird in this house because of the shapes of the ceilings and how things play out. So like you kind of have to go with the same wall covering everywhere. So I went with a real basic one, but still kind of one with some style with the wainscoting. And yeah, so that's that. And here is another little half bath that I made so that the kids could brush their teeth and go to the potty at night. So they didn't have to come all the way downstairs to do it. And then over here, I gave help to his own room. Yep, I did. He got the boys' room, and he has all of his toys out because he's a messy boy and he didn't clean it up. But he's got a big boy bed for when he outgrows his crib. And yeah, so I think this room came out really cute. I love like the tall ceilings. See the beams up there? They're just so fun, and I wanted to kind of stay with some of the brown but not be too heavy with the brown, so I went with a lot of painted wood colors with the blue and the browns and stuff. I love it. I love that room. Okay, and then this is the girls' room. And of course, you know, pink's my favorite color, and I needed to make sure the girls had a really pink room because whenever I design a room for them, it's usually one that I would want to be in. So that's where we're at, and here we go. Everything's pink and white. We've got plenty of toys. We've got our little tea set, our dolls. We've got some baby toys. We've got our mannequins with outfits on them. We have our twin princess beds that match mom's bed downstairs. Of course, they left their toys out too. I don't know why. But then we also have, you know, some other toys and stuff for them to play with. And it's all very hearts and love and Valentine's Day because, you know, it was just last week. So it's still on my brain. And, you know, so Valentine's Day came to the girls in the house. And that is literally everything I did in this house. Honestly, this bathroom took me the longest time to do. This wall right here probably took me an hour to figure out what to do and how to hide it and still have space to do the refrigerator. So yeah, but if you notice, there were 3 additions that I added inside. So this bathroom, the one here, which closes all this in and then, you know, has this bathroom, so kind of sectioned off this area, and then the little half bath upstairs. If you saw my video when we first got this house, this was what I was envisioning But as I ran around, I was like, wait a minute, this would make a perfect third bedroom. Now, some people did comment in my video that there's plenty of room outside for expansion, and there is. I decided not to build out. I wanted to see what I could do within the space we were given in the house and to make it livable for 4 people. And I think I pulled it off. I really think this works. You'll have to let me know in the comment section what you guys think, but I'm really pleased with it. And then the backyard is just perfect for a family with a ton of kids because there's so much space. So what I did is I have like a little quiet mom area where I can curl up with a book and enjoy the fire. I can also cook dinner for the kids out here. And then I have my little bee colony here. This is actually from my friend Kristen. I can't resist putting them in because they're so cute. And I don't know if you guys watch Kristen Plays. If you don't, I recommend you doing so. She's a beekeeper in real life. She actually has bees as a hobby and she loves bees. So this is for Kristen. Anyway, then over here, I mentioned in my video when this house came out, how fun it would be if we had a playhouse that mimicked this house. And since we don't, I went ahead and turned the playhouse we do have into the closest copy of our house that I could, and I think it actually worked out fairly well. I did put the windmill over here and gave them a little patio area and little seating areas. So they have like a little pretend area to pretend like they're like mom. They all have their own little baby pool over here as well where they can safely play. Then I have my hot tub. This is for me to relax. Oh, once they go to bed at night, this is where you'll find me. And then up here, this is my little patio area right off my room. And got a little plant here and got a little lounger. It's kind of my oasis. And then I put the bigger baby pool out here so that I could watch the kids play. And then I decided I was gonna just turn this whole area into a swimming pool. So I put out some diving boards. Of course, flamingo floats are out here. They're a little wrecked, but they're out here. And we have diving boards everywhere. So all 3 sizes are represented. We have a little camping area, so if the kids want to have a sleepover outside, they can do that out here. And then I have another little barbecue lounge areas for entertaining or whatever. We can keep swimming and have, food and drink together. So that was really fun. And then over here also, I had to use the new soccer and football goals that we got a few updates ago, several updates ago by now. But they're out here so that we have plenty of places to get out all of the energy and wear everybody else out before we go to bed at night. And that is it, you guys. That is it. I have done a speed build. You guys keep asking. I hope you enjoy it. I will be back with another one. I want to build a whole school. So hopefully that will be my next speed build video. We will have to see. It's still in the planning stages. I do hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. Let me know you watched. And of course, if you're new to my channel and you'd like to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and then let YouTube know you'd like to be notified when I post something new on the channel so you don't miss out on anything coming down the line, because there is lots more coming, I promise, including more Club Roblox. Until next time, guys. Bye!